Hi guys, I'm going to do a evening look for you today. It's going to be quite green based and quite like almost envious eyes, so it's going to be a lot of green colours. So I'm going to go straight in. I've just quickly moisturised my skin with this Umbrellis cream concentrate, which is quite a nice base I find it gives for me personally. I'm going to go in with my Clinique Super Balanced Foundation. My shade is 15 Golden, and I'm going to use the buffing brush to buff this into my skin. So just going to tap some of the product on to the back of my hand, that much, and dab it onto the brush and then just buff it into my skin. Decay Primer Potion just to help the shadows to last a little bit longer. Dab some of this on my eyes. Not too much, but just enough so it like has something to bond to, you could say. I like to use my finger just to tap that in. The palette I'll be using for my eyes, it's a green with envy, and it's Vivo by Tesco. So I open the packaging so you can see. So you get 3 colours there. Yeah, so it gives you on the back as well what you can actually do, where to apply the colours. So I think I'm going to go with this colour, and these two I think are going to be my ones I want to work with. And I'm going to go straight in with an eyeshadow brush. I can find one. There it is. I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown shadow brush, which is quite an angled eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to go straight in with the middle colour here, shade 2. Oh my gosh, the dog's going crazy. Lovely. Just tap this onto your eyelid evenly. Just make sure that the whole colour you can see is an even colour. And then you're going to move on to the darker shade here, shade 3, I think that's called. And I'm going to use for that a Eco Tools brush. This I think is just you get a sharpener on the end, which is quite cool. And it's like a blender, so I'm going to add the darker colour at the corner. So I'm just going to get some of this dark colour on and really apply it in almost like a little V shape at the end of my eye. So making sure to point it out and just pack on the shadow. And bring it back. Take it right down to where we did with the first colour along your lash line. Right, so I've got both eyes on, and I've used a Sigma small taper blending brush just to blend on the darker colour to the outer corner of my eye. So I've used this colour here and mainly this colour all over, but sort of blending them together. But I am going to neaten it up at the end to get like a sharper line. So it's just using this to blend the colours in, because you want it to sort of get darker in the outer corners and lighter as the sort of colours blend together, but essentially lighter here. And then I'm going to take it down underneath my eyes. For that I'm going to use a Sigma short shader brush. I'm going to use the middle one again, shade 2, the lighter green, and just bring this under my eye, making sure to really blend it so you don't have any harsh lines at all. So I'm going to move on to my brows, and for that I will be using my classic sort of eyebrow go-to shadow shade. This is Omega by MAC. It's a matte colour, and I will just be using another Eco Tools brush, and this is a angled shader. So I'm just going to fill in my brows the way I usually do, just by starting from the base, because my brows are really thin, and not thin, very fine and light, and I do like to have quite not a dark brow, but to enhance them so they're a bit more prominent. So I tend to use Omega at the base of my eyebrow, and I like quite sharp brows, so I tend to put in like where it's going to start, which might not be to everyone's taste, like having quite a straight line. And then I find Omega is really good at the light point of where my eyebrow starts, but when I tend to use charcoal brown, which is this MAC shade here, for the end of my eyebrows, so it gives it some sort of definition and it can help build up my brow a bit better, and just I think it makes it look quite natural because it defines it better. Just finished off my brows. I'm going to run over the top just to define the eyebrow hairs a little bit more with MAC's Brow Set in Beguile. So I'm going to go on with concealer. I'm going to come back to the eyes and all that sort of jazz in a bit. I'm going to use my Lasting Perfection Collection 2000 concealer in the shade 4 Deep. Give myself a couple of dots underneath. And I'm going to use my ring finger just to pen that in. Just tapping it under my eye. I'm going to go now and line my eyes. For that I'll be using a MAC pencil. This is called Fila and it's just like a black kohl pencil. So I'm going to line my waterline with this. So after I've lined my waterline and let my eyes sort of recover because my eyes seem super watery today, I'm going to line the top with a liquid liner. This is the Maybelline gel line Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner 24 Hour. So I'm going to be using that gel, and the brush I'll be using is a MAC 210, so it's quite a thin one. So I'm just going to get some product on my brush, making sure to really work product, and you want onto the back of your hand because it does dry quite quickly, but the better the product is on the brush, the better the line you're going to achieve. So just hope you can, sorry I don't want to come out fake, let me try and use my mirror. So just, it's not going to be a heavy flick, it's just going to be something to go with for adding the false lash. I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm going to be using 2 Clinique mascaras for this. I'm going to use Lash Power for my top lashes, and then I'll go and use the Clinique bottom lash mascara for my bottom lashes. So just give these an even coat. So I've applied my mascara to both top and bottom lashes. I'm going to go in with my Benefit pin-up. You can see they're pin-up style lashes. They're really thick and very wispy. A thick band. So you do need to add a good amount of glue. Down, because I've got a mirror here. And press the lash where I want it to go. I'm going to move on to a bit of highlighting. I'm going to use my Dream Lumi Touch Maybelline concealer highlighter pen. This colour is in 3 Sand, so I'm just going to apply some of this under my eye. And I sort of tend to let it sit. I found this to be a really good pen though. For the money you pay for it. And I put some under my eyebrows as well. For the money you pay, I think it's really good value. I'm going to dab some of this on. And I'll let that sit just for a couple of seconds. And then I just use my ring finger again and blend. But I'm going to move on now to my bronzing and sort of powdering. I'm going to use Bobbi Brown Golden Light one. It is bronzer, it's a matte bronzer, and I'll be using a Sigma tapered face brush for that, so this one. And just add a bit of highlighter as well. This one is a number 7 Vital Enlightening Highlighter Powder, so I'm just going to, it's got a really pretty print to it. I'm just going to use my finger, tap some of this where I'd already put the, sort of where I've just applied my highlighter concealer stick. And then for my lips I have got a MAC colour. This is called Chatterbox and it is an amplified colour. I'm going to go straight on with that. And then over the top I went in with Viva Glam Cydi lip gloss and just rub that into my lips to give it, because it's quite, I'll show you the colour, quite a nice, I'd say corally red, that sort of pearly family, if that makes sense, with the MAC Chatterbox. I think they blended well together and just blended that with my finger. I also then would have added a little bit of this, which I think is Pink Swoon. That's, yeah, Pink Swoon this is. So just dabbed a little bit here on the sides of my cheeks, just to rose them up a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed this look. I'll just come a bit closer so you can see. I've got like the green on the eyes and the lashes, they're quite heavy, and the flick with the black liner, and then I've gone for a bronze and a bit of Pink Swoon by MAC on the cheeks, and stuck with Chatterbox and another MAC lip gloss, Cydi Viva Glam. So it's pretty MAC dominated, but the Vivo eye palette I think is really good, and they do different shades, so go and have a look because it wasn't too expensive, quite reasonably priced, so I definitely say go have a look at this. So I hope it's been helpful. I'm trying to do some different looks for different evenings and different styles, so let me know what you think, and thanks for subscribing if you've subscribed, or if you haven't, press the subscribe button, would be amazing if you could do that. And hope you're all having a good day, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.